Hi, Tom English again, and this time we're going to talk about multiplying and dividing fractions. When we multiply fractions, remember when we added fractions, we had to have a common denominator. Well, the good thing about multiplying and dividing, that's not necessary. A simple thing in, let's say we're going to multiply 1/2 times 1/3. When multiplying fractions, all we do is multiply straight across. We multiply the numerator times the numerator. 1 times 1 is 1. And the denominator straight across. 2 times 3. So the answer here is 6. Okay? Let's do another one. Let's say we had 2/5 times 1/2. Okay? Again, multiply straight across. We get 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 2 is 10. So our answer is 2/10. I hope you see, though, that that is not in its lowest form. Because we can look at this and say, 2 will go into the numerator and 2 will also go into the denominator. So if we divide both by 2, we're going to get the final fraction of 1/5. That's a good one to also show you something called canceling. If we have the same number in the numerator and denominator, we can just save a step by canceling those. For instance, here's a case where we have a 2 in the numerator and a 2 in the denominator. So we can cancel those. By canceling, I mean, I'm going to divide that by 2. That gives me a 1. Divide this by 2. That gives me a 1. That, again, is equivalent. 2/2 is value of 1, so we haven't changed the value. But that gets us right away to our answer, doesn't it? So it's a different step. Let's do another one of those, a little more complex. So let's say we had, let's do 8/12 times 2/4. Okay, one of the things we can look at before we do anything else, we can say, oh, wait a minute. 2 will go into 12 6 times. 4 will go into 8 2 times. Now we're at 2 times 1 when we multiply straight across is 2/6 times 1. And we can actually reduce even further, can't we? We can divide both the numerator and denominator by 2, and we get the final answer of 1/3. Multiplication, pretty straightforward. Multiply straight across. Cancel if you can. But what about divide? How are we going to divide by fractions? Dividing takes one extra step. But when we divide a fraction, or divide by a fraction, what we do is invert and then multiply. Let's say we're going to divide 3/8 by 1/2. Okay? Invert the divisor, the number you're dividing by, and then multiply. By inverting, we mean just turn it upside down. So we take that same fraction, we haven't changed the first one, but the divisor, the one after the division symbol, we invert, so instead of 1/2, it's 2/1, and then multiply. So we multiply, this becomes then 3, we can multiply straight across and get 6/8, or we could have seen, oh wait a minute, we can cancel first, can't we? 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 8 4 times, and if we'd have done that, we'd have gotten the final answer of 3/4 a little quicker. We get 6/8. Is that equal to 3/4? Yes, by dividing both numerator and denominator by 2. Let's do one more that maybe isn't quite as simple. Let's say we had 13/17 divided by oh, let's say 2/3. Okay? I don't see anything that can cancel. Before we do anything, though, what do we have to do? Invert the divisor and then multiply. So let's take that the next step, 13 over 17. The divisor we're going to invert and change it to multiplication. Becomes 3 over 2. Look again, can anything cancel? 3 won't go into 17, 2 won't go into 13, so we have to multiply straight across. 3 times 13, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 3 is 1, so it's 39 over 2 times 17 is 34. Kind of a weird fraction. And this is something that I hope you help your children with and recognize that sometimes you do get weird answers. And a lot of times kids will see that and they'll say, oh, something's wrong here, because most of my answers come out nice and convenient, 1/2, 1/4, 3/5, that kind of thing. But sometimes you will get strange answers. Again, I hope you notice that this is, the numerator is larger than the denominator. That's called an improper fraction. In the next lesson we're going to get into how do we handle improper fractions. Okay, thank you much.